Hi there, this is Phil Simborg with a preview of a brand new program that is essential to anybody who's serious about learning backgammon or playing backgammon properly. It's called Opening Ceremony. It was developed by a student of mine and Perry Gardner's named Murata Khan, who's from Turkey, who was really getting into making sure he understood how to play the first, second, and third rolls properly and how to play them at different scores. You know, there's 4 different kinds of scores in backgammon. There's your normal match score, which is the same as playing for money or unlimited games. There's double match point, when gammons don't matter at all to either side and you're just trying to win a point. There's gammon go, where it's important to win a gammon, but you don't care if you lose a gammon. And there's gammon save, where you are just the opposite. You're playing very carefully to make sure you don't get gammon, but winning a gammon doesn't do much for you. And plays are different. Even the opening moves change at those scores. You can use extreme gammon, which is what we use to do all of our rollouts, and all of the rollouts are at least 1,000 times with 100% confidence, or we'll go to 10,000 times. And there are 3-ply checker 4-ply cube, so it's a very, very extensive, good way to look at the program without having to put each play and position into extreme gammon. Very easy to compare them side by side. Let me show you real quick. It's for sale for $25. $1 of every purchase goes to the U.S. Backgammon Federation, which is, I hope you know, I hope you remember and hope you support it. Does quite a bit to promote backgammon around the world, not just in the United States. We've got a lot of international members of the organization as well. usbgf.org. Anyway, you can see how to use the program, general information. Let's go right to the first roll. The definition of the first rolls is for beginners, to show what we mean by split, slot, point, run, so on. The first roll chart is very self-explanatory. Take any given roll, opening 4-1. How do you play it at a normal match score, DMP? How do you play it at gammon go, gammon save? If you see 2 plays, it's because the second play is close. It's within .007. You can click on the download button and you can download with a zip file all of the XG files, all rolled out for you, if you want to actually play with it or look at it in your Extreme Gammon program. And by the way, if you don't have Extreme Gammon, you ought to go to www.extremegammon.com. It's by far the best backgammon program out there, and I'm very proud to say I had a lot of involvement in helping get it developed and promoting it, and it's just a terrific program. When you click on where did you hear about it, tell them you heard about it from Phil Simborg, and I'll give you a free tutorial. Email me at psimborg@sbcglobal.net. But it's essential to have Extreme Gammon and this program to really understand early roll plays. The second roll, let's take a look at the chart first. We'll show you the responses at all 4 different kinds of scores to all opening moves and how you would respond in the second roll. And again, these are all rolled out. Very easy to see and compare. Let's pretend that your opponent opened with a 4-1 and split, which is pretty much the way to do it. And let's say that you rolled a 6-1. You would make the bar point, 13-7, 8-7. That would be the play at all 4 scores. The box is white. It tells you that. If the box is white, you'd play it at all 4 scores. But you'd play 2-2 differently at different scores. And if you put your cursor over the 2-2, you'll see the best plays at DMP, gammon go, and gammon save. You can also see there's 2 plays shown for the normal match score because they're close, but the best play is on top. These are just half the plays because it can't fit on all one page. Here's the other half, a really great comparison. If you click on the download button or you go to the tables, what you'll get, and you'll own this by the way, and you'll be able to access all of this after you have purchased it and gotten the key. You don't have to be online. You can do this on your PC. By the way, this will not work on a Mac. But here it is in XG format, in an Excel format, and you can see side by side, after a 4-1 slot, how do you play a double 1 at normal match scores, at double match point, at gammon go and gammon save. And you can compare for any possible combination of rolls. If a player plays 5-2 down, how would you play a 2-1, here you go, at all 4 scores. And you go across and you'll see every kind of score. You can also click on these buttons. I'm not going to do it now because it takes a little time. And just look at normal match score, or just look at DMP. Let's say you're playing a DMP match and you want to compare how you're going to play a 1-1 after your opponent plays a 4-3, or after he plays a 5-4, or after he plays a 6-3 where he runs, or a 6-3 where he splits. You can compare all the plays just at each score. Really a fabulous program to be able to compare plays. Let's go back to the opening ceremony and look at the third rolls. Third roll is not broken down by the 4 kinds of scores. That would be too many thousands and thousands of positions to look at. So we're looking basically at normal match score money games for the third roll. But let's say that the opponent, one player started with a 6-2 and slotted, and the other player then played a 5-1 and made the proper play at 5-1, and you want to see how you would make all the remaining third roll plays. Well, here are the main ones that would be complicated to play. We don't have every single play, and we will eventually have all of the plays, or most of the plays that matter. But these are the ones that would be tough to play. How to play a 6-1. For example, you play 24-18, 6-5, and again, these have all been rolled out for you. So you can see all the third roll plays readily. There's another way you can access this. There's an analyzer. We can go and click on this little white dot, and you can see after a 2-1 split, which is the way some people play it, depending on the score. Let's say after a 2-1 split, you then rolled a 3-2, and then the original roller rolled a 3-3, and you want to see how to play it. Check that box. Let's say you want to compare and look at several different plays, combinations. They all start out with a 2-1 split, and here's every combination of second and third rolls, and you can look at each one by hitting, you can select them all if you want to, but I just selected these 3 to look at. Hit start. It's done loading it. And now here's how you play 3-3 after that sequence. And again, it shows rolled out at least, again, 1,000 times. But because we don't have stat sig or 100% confidence, this was rolled out 10,000 times. And you can see the actual play. Go to the next one. Let's see how the 5-5 plays. Again, a couple of plays are pretty close. It would take you a long, long time to set up this position and roll out each one of them in extreme gammon, and then you wouldn't be able to look at them side by side like I'm doing right now. You can select as many of these as you want. So you can look at all these combinations of the 2-1 split. Just a great way to quickly see what's right on the first, second, or third roll, as opposed to putting it into a bot like Extreme Gammon or whatever and rolling it out. So wonderful program. You can buy it at www.bgopeningsceremony.com. Again, it's $25. You'll be able to download it. You'll get the key. When we have upgrades or improvements or updates, is really what I should say, you'll be notified, and they will be given to you free of charge. We will have more kinds of plays. Right now we're showing most of the reasonable plays, but what if you have somebody who makes somewhat of an unreasonable play on the second roll? We don't have that in there right now. That would be kind of special. But eventually we'll have a lot of those if they're even close to a reasonable play that somebody might make, and we might even do some more. Go more extensively to fourth or fifth rolls. No guarantees on that, but as far as improvement in the rollouts themselves, doing more rollouts, if XG gets improved to where we can do better rollouts, right now these are the state-of-the-art best rollouts you could have just about without going crazy and going nuts for hours and hours on rollouts. These are going to be very, very reliable and good, but there may be upgrades in the future on that as well. We stand behind this product, Perry Gartner, myself, Phil Simborg, and Mirada Khan. And if you have any questions or problems, you can email me personally at psimborg@sbcglobal.net. Thank you for watching this video, and hope you buy it. You'll learn a lot. It's a great, great learning tool and reference tool for backgammon. Bye-bye.